congratulations. You all have a new vocation. And boom, there it is. Boom, boom.
Oh, that was quick.
That was so quick. Yeah.
Wow.
Since you can't opt out, you can't opt out, and that's that. All right, I'll start giving you things. So some of these rolls are perfect. Whatever that means. All right, good, excellent.
What kind of laugh is that, you gremlin?
Gremlin.
I was told I have a gremlin laugh by someone I just met. I was like, yes. Who was that?
Oh,
the
I
boys.
remember we were playing. Huh?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, the boys.
Told me I have a
Yeah.
gremlin laugh. I was like, how perceptive of
And then
you.
you were just like, ooh, the boys. That was a fun time.
Ooh, I sure hope I get woken up tonight. That would just be the best day of my life.
Wouldn't it be the
But it's not day, it's night.
It does show a minion.
Well played, Bren. Well played.
Oh, yeah. One player is minion. The other,
Something in my eye, now it burns.
all the other
Good
evil
thing
players
only
are,
chat and all the internet can see me.
I was gonna say they can't see you right now, and then I realized that I'm not the storyteller.
Correct.
Hi, internet.
Who's the one who keeps holding up the sign? Is that Tyler? Holding up like hi
Yes.
chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Tyler.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
He's like hi chat. I always say hi. By the way, I love watching you guys play this game. You guys are so great, and it is so entertaining.
Wait, who are you telling that to, or are you saying it to the collective?
I love watching you guys play this game.
I've seen a you. I just don't. I've never seen a you guys.
Well, no, the only reason why I was asking is
Also
because you were
lovely.
naming some names, and then you said that, so that's why I was like.
Oh,
so
quick point of order. I forgot to say this as I was preparing tokens, but since I saw there was 0 outsider count, I had decided to. There is a sentinel in play that I just forgot to actually officially put, but there is a sentinel in play. Let me make that official.
Spicy.
This is so spicy.
Something tells me this is applicable to the game.
I have no idea what you could possibly mean. Okay, goodbye, Big Mac. So good, yes.
Bye,
right.
Big Mac.
So does that mean Peter is giving us an outsider?
It means he might be.
Maybe
You
the
could have
real
a drunk.
outsiders are the friends that we made along the way.
That's not a good way to treat your friends.
Maybe the real friends are the outsiders we executed along the way.
That is also not a good way.
Yeah.
I don't know, execution's a good way to make friends. It's long lasting.
It's okay, when you're dead, you can still talk.
Long lasting. Uh-huh.
I was mostly laughing because Abandon is Clockmaker again. And that's a very Abandoned role.
Feel the tension rising.
Might just be
Yeah.
gas.
Maybe the real tension rising is the friends that we made along the way.
Maybe the real tension rising is the storm that's on the way.
Yeah.
It's the storm that is approaching. That's
Who do you
a
think's
reference for all you
stronger?
Devil May Cry 5
Widow or
gamers out there.
Spy? I think Spy is even stronger. Although the poison is
In other words, just
I still
me.
need to play that game.
Spy.
It
I
looks
own it.
so
I haven't played
good.
it.
I would be
That's
so
how
bad
I
at
learned
it, but it
too.
looks so cool.
It's so corny, like all the Devil May Cry games.
It does. Devil May Cry has a surprisingly good story. I mean, it's
Side
Dante and
note.
Virgil. It's hard to mess that up.
There's a person on my block that has been literally using a chainsaw all day today on a tree. And I mean, he's been using it
Maybe we
most
should
of the
wake
week
people up for this.
on the same tree. I'm just not sure if he's just like carving off little pieces or what the deal is.
Maybe he's making one of those.
He
bear
always seems to
sculptures.
do it
Yeah, both
whenever
get
we put
ground.
our girls down to bed for a nap or at night.
He's
on
watching and
purpose.
waiting.
Yeah, I swear.
So Jahan, I don't want to alarm you, but it's possible that you live next
Yeah,
to
but
the
they don't
hillbilly from
register
Dead
as
by Daylight.
good.
Oh, ooh.
Nobody
should be
likes
friends
that
with him.
guy.
Like if they do
Like, if
that,
you-
Could also
People
be the cannibal from Dead by Daylight, also known as Bubba from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, I thought that's who he
Bubba.
was talking about.
Oh,
I always
Bubba.
get them confused.
Hillbilly was inspired by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if I recall correctly.
I think he was because there was also, but I don't think they really thought that they were gonna be able to get so many licensed.
Yeah.
Because Mike Myers was the first licensed killer, and that's when the game like really came into public eye and people started paying more attention to it. And then it
I am
just
definitely a
continued
little
the
excited
momentum.
about Nick Cage for Dead by Daylight.
I'm
It's
excited for the AI killer.
Yeah, that's also a cool one.
Yeah,
The
new
Singularity.
killer is the Singularity, which is an AI that then took over like some kind of alien thing. So it's like moving flesh that's controlled by an AI that creates
it's so funny.
these
That,
pods that you can watch from, and it has voice lines with the AI tone.
because they wanted to. Yeah, I think that's the long and short of it.
Seems fun.
Hmm.
It can melt your
Oh,
face
sorry, you
off
can't see
in
me
the
nodding.
yeah, it will melt your face off in its thing.
As a
the-
Mori?
Yeah, as a Mori. It injects you
Yeah.
and your face bubbles up and then you bleed out from it.
Ugh.
Chat,
Ugh.
hold me accountable.
All right,
I
then.
already made Yuha the red herring. So Nick, I think he has connections, and I think like networking. One thing leads to another. What should we give?
Albus Dumbledore.
yeah.
Easy. Snape. Snape. Severus
Severus
Snape.
Snape.
Snape. Snape. Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
Severus Snape.
I think. What do we give him? A 1?
You guys can't see it, but I was
Ron
dancing to that.
Weasley.
It's a big bomb.
Oh no.
Hooray! Yay!
Yay!
That's gonna be one of the greatest, like, classic YouTube videos.
Give him a 0. Just to troll
Remember
him,
when
to
Harry
let
Potter
him
was a
know he's
thing?
been poisoned.
That pagan stuff?
I think that'd be funny.
I never worshipped Satan. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Give him a
got
shot.
it.
I love
Sounds
how,
fun.
like, all the homeschooling moms are kind of right.
So the
Because
fruit
they were
could
like,
possibly
"Agree with the
be
bad
his
guy."
4.
Oh, man.
We'll give him.
Wait, in which way were they right? I'm confused on that.
Wait,
Because
who is right?
there's this panic with homeschooling parents specifically, Christian ones.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
if
do know
kids
that.
read
Used
Harry
to own
Potter
property in the French
books,
Quarter and got
they're
run
gonna
out for
get all into
violating noise
witchcraft,
ordinances.
and now
Oh,
witchcraft is super trendy.
yeah.
That's a
My
good
friend-
point, actually.
My friend Noelle was homeschooled and she managed to get the Harry Potter books and she would sneak under her bed and read them by light under her bed so her parents wouldn't find out.
Oh.
Wow.
Look, if you can teach your children the difference between truth and fiction, then it's fine if they read fiction, as long as they're not out there like buying up all the tarot cards and whatever. Like,
So this
It's
exact thing came up on the Harry Potter subreddit,
See,
and someone commented and like said, I guess the person's parents were super Catholic, which is really relevant. And the next person commented and was like, I had the same problem with my Catholic parents. Here's what you do, and gave them like this huge list of like articles of different people, and like I don't understand, so I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but like different higher up people that were like, here's why it's okay, and she was like, share this with your parents, maybe then they'll be okay with it. It was pretty cool.
Yuha if Novella is fine for him
I love
because he
that.
hasn't brought her on
Good.
stream for a while.
Good.
It's almost like when you're.
Somebody
I've heard
asked
of some
him
people who do,
about
like,
that
more
recently.
PowerPoint
I believe he
presentations with their
said,
kids of, like, why they should be able to do stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely
My
ask him, but I believe he said
godmother's
that.
children are like, they're really smart, and they're they're argumentative, but not like in a mean way. They just, you know, they have a point to make and they're gonna make their point.
There's a mean way to argue.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she was busy.
But they were having I think it was in one of the CCD classes, and they were talking about like yoga, and the teacher was just like adamant that the person, like, for whatever you believe, but they were adamant. They were like, if you do yoga, like, you are worshiping other gods or something. And they were like, actually, and like launched into this whole debate with their CCD teacher, to the point where one of the sisters actually started like
We have to choose.
dictating it, like she was writing down word for word what each one of them were saying, and then brought it to their parents to like look at the conversation. It was glorious.
So I don't understand how somebody's just like, oh, I'm gonna go into witchcraft. They're gonna go to tarot cards. I mean, what like, I'm sorry, if I was gonna get into witchcraft, I ain't going for no tarot cards. I'm not going for that fortune teller stuff. I'm
The
going for the
divination.
hexes. I'm doing all of that stuff.
That sounds like higher grade stuff than you're
Everyone
ready for,
review the
Christian
day
boy.
they messed with me if I decided to get into magic. And yet these people are like,
You're a
I
little
am
too
this
into that
stack of
Christ guy
cards.
to be up there with the hexes. I don't know if you're ready for that.
Who knows
When
about
Yuha
the
goes
widow?
into his witch era.
We'll give it to Brent.
Actually, so when I was a kid, we didn't have that much money, so I had some action figures, but sometimes like I would want to try like playing with a new toy, and I learned, I don't even know how I learned this. Somebody must have taught it to me, how to make little yarn people. So I would just make them in my spare time, and I've had these little people made of yarn that we would like walk around with and play with.
Aw.
I think I still know how to make them too. I could.
That can be the merch for the Clocktower YouTube.
Yarn people.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Has there been an upload on that recently?
Let me know.
She's grand. Still hoping to
I
get
think
her
a week
back
or two
soon.
ago.
Perfect. Okay,
Ah.
there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's
I'm
mentioned
super
that
sad that my lunatic
Noelle is the sort of person that
game
like,
hasn't
fades
made it
in
there
and
yet
fades
because
out
I
and does
provided
other
a very
things and then
good
comes
picture
back
for
in.
the thumbnail.
But good of you to check.
You're a lunatic.
Yep.
Man. When was
Yins and
this?
knows. Yins
When
and
was
knows.
this?
That was
Can I
all-
get? Could you
Oh,
send me
wow.
this picture? Because I would like to see it.
Peter's got a backlog of things to do. He worked on and he made a new GG emote. When we finish this game, everyone who's subscribed to Pitoni's main should spam GGs in Peter's chat.
What if not if I lose?
This worthless shit.
Speaking of spam, I choked on spam and died. GG.
What were you in Hawaii?
GG.
Yeah. GG.
So this
Oh,
is it,
gee.
right?
This is it.
This
Peter
is,
You
Ball
guys-
this is where we live now.
You
Wait,
guys can
hold on, I'm
have
breaking the rules.
we'll say 10 minutes to talk. Is that too long?
Yinza has her hand raised.
That's fine.
What was,
Everyone talk to Peter. Private chat. Let's
well,
go.
I
I
already
thought there was none.
okay. Hi.
I'm a fisherman, right? I come talk to you privately.
You can
I'm a
bluff fisherman. Oh yeah.
I'm bluffing fisherman.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. This.
So you're gonna tell me that J-Hen shouldn't be trusted. Don't trust J-Hen too easily.
Oh.
And then you did this.
I
Do
mean,
it, Peter. Peter, do it. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a little red spot on my nose. I'm just you know what I mean?
Are you doing this too much? You wearing your nose down?
I mean, you did it first, so I'm
I
just
know.
making fun of you now.
I'm gonna get found out because everyone's gonna see that I did it first. All right, I gotta go now.
Okay, bye.
Not actually be Yuha and Bren now that I'm thinking about it, but that's
Okay.
beside the point.
I'm ready to come out with information right away.
Wait,
no,
we're
I'm
going
the
in a
fisherman.
circle.
We're going, Yenza, we're going in a circle. GPS just gave his info.
Sorry. What was his info?
There is do you want to say it?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
wanna-
the investigator, and I got either Yuha or Bren as the poisoner.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get any other info in the night?
I'm the investigator, so no. Oh, yes. Yes, I actually did. Bree is the night watchman.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Bree's the night watchman. Okay.
Yep.
I
and
was
you
like,
start
Bree
rolling
asked
on you.
that question for a reason, so
Oh,
you
okay.
did another.
Excuse me, did you get
Sorry,
anything
I was trying to
else?
figure out like whether I was poisoned or stuff like that, so it kind of slipped my mind.
All
You
right,
think you
Fate,
might be
did you get info?
I did. I am the dreamer, and I
Okay.
picked you, Abandon,
Okay.
and I got clockmaker or imp.
Okay. Well, I'm the clockmaker. I've already told Bren that, but
Does that make it my
I was
turn?
gonna wait until we get to me. Yeah. Go for
Okay.
you, Bren.
Sure. I am the artist. I obviously have not used my ability yet, and I know that we have a widow in play.
Okay.
You said
I'm the
artist?
clockmaker, and I got a
I'm the
1.
artist.
Although if there's a widow in
Clockmaker.
play, any information could be poisoned, depending
Right,
on who the
so
widow picked.
2 people have now brought up that they think that they're considering they might be poisoned. I don't know why, other than just a possibility, but we do have a widow in play, so somebody
Somebody is poisoned.
for sure.
One person must be poisoned, and because there's a sentinel, there could be a drunk on the script.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the night watchman. I picked GPS, and he confirmed it, so that means I'm not the drunk or poisoned.
I am the empath, and I got a 0.
Okay.
I am the seamstress, and I picked Yenza and GPS, who it was confirmed yes.
Ooh. Okay.
That means we're on the same team.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
means they're on the same team.
I'm learning these roles. Okay, cool.
I am the recluse.
That might have been why I got a minion ping on you.
Or he just thought of that now.
Or you just thought of that now.
I mean, I had plenty of time to think about it. I wouldn't just do it at the spot.
Right, so ever since the top of the circle, as we're going around, you considered, why did he get a ping
Oh
on
no,
me?
now you're seeming
Recluse.
very dodgy, Bren.
No, now
Okay,
I'm
hold on,
learning how this
hold
works.
on. Let's
Let's
keep
keep going.
moving on the circle.
I'm the fortune teller, and I picked Fate and Yuha and got a yes.
Why is everyone picking me? Oh, I guess
'Cause you're
investigator
pretty.
didn't pick me.
Wait, what was Yuha?
Recluse.
I'm the
Scruffy, what were
recluse.
you again? I'm so sorry, Scruffy.
Empath.
Empath. Okay.
Last but not least,
Yenza, I am fisherman, and I was told not to trust Scruffy Kevin.
Interesting.
Ooh, Bren, do you want to go use your ability?
Yeah, Bren, do you want to use your... do we want to
know
come
what
up with
we
a
want
good...
her to? Yeah, I was
Yeah,
right,
do we
I was
want to
gonna
know
be
what we
like,
want?
once we had more information, we can confirm something or
Yeah.
other.
I think
Um,
2 + 2 is 2 + 2 equals 4.
That's not a good ability use. What are you talking about? There's no Vortox.
Why?
Just kidding, I was just kidding.
I was gonna
I
recommend
mean,
that too.
Math. Entice him with math. You're getting better answers out of him.
Ask him if you has the recluse. Can you do that?
Yeah, maybe like,
I
are there any
can do
outsiders
that.
in the game?
Or
Ooh.
if there are
Just
any
straight up
outside-
ask if you has the
Yeah,
recluse.
because
Let's figure
there's
that
a
out.
sentinel,
You
so we
are,
don't
if you're
actually
not,
know what the
you
outsiders count
might
supposed to be.
Because
Or
got
she
pinged
could be
twice.
lying.
Another good question is just something like, is one half of the circle, is there a big bad on one half of the circle? Or one like range
Yeah.
of characters?
That could work too.
Or does the big
Um,
bad have a beard?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm
Ken.
thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. With
Oh.
Yuha's clockmaker, or not Yuha, with Uban's
That's
clockmaker,
half of the circle, pretty much.
we can find out because we've had some pings already. We have a ping
Yeah.
on Fate and Yuha. If we can find out who our minion is, we can find our big bad. So that's what I'm wondering: is he a false ping or is he our true ping?
I'd also like to wonder, so we've heard 2 different possible minions here, because GPS has claimed investigator getting poisoner, and Bren, you've gotten information that says that there's a widow in play.
There's a widow.
So I'd almost want to ask if GPS is poisoned, because if he's the poisoned investigator,
Mm. But
then
if
that
we have
might
a
be why he got
poisoner,
that.
if we have a poisoner, then Bren could have been poisoned.
Right. Oh gosh.
Oh, and that's something.
But
that's
no,
the
no,
hardest
wait.
question. No, not necessarily.
Yeah, widow
No,
information, the widow would have had.
Widow information is irrespective of the poisoned status of the person, because
Right.
widow information is a widow ability.
Mhm,
Got
So
it.
that should mean that there's a widow in play.
mhm.
And if GPS is poisoned, then he's the widow target. And if he's not poisoned, then he's evil, presumably.
Right.
So if there's a
So
widow in
either
play,
am I poisoned or
but that doesn't help us
is
because
there an
okay,
outsider?
GPS is evil. That doesn't
Mhm.
mean he's minion or big bad. We need a question that's going to find our big bad.
Have we
Ask
been able-
if.
Well,
No, go.
Essen,
Sorry.
Have we been able to, based on the other information that we have so far, is there anything where does this narrow us down as far as who has evil pings?
Clockmaker is our biggest something.
The clockmaker
Yeah.
one.
I-
That means that
that's
they're one step
potential.
away from the big bad.
I'm kind of seeing a lining up of the fisherman information and the clockmaker information, which would point to either Wooby being the big bad, actually.
See, I am thinking the exact opposite. So here's what I'm thinking. Wooby tested you and Yenza.
Mhm.
Yenza is pushing against Scruffy and saying don't trust his information. So that would either mean Scruffy's poisoned or is evil off of that suggestion, or Yenza's evil and is trying to push that off. Wooby would be good if that's Yenza pushing that, and then that means you and Yenza are on a team. So you and Yenza are certainly on a team, is what it feels like.
Yeah,
to
we're
me.
definitely on a team.
Seems
And-
confirmed.
Seems to, well, yeah, but you could be suggesting that, I don't know.
We could both be on the evil team.
Yeah, you
In
guys
which
could
case,
both be on the evil
executing
team.
One of us is like a 50-50 to win the
And
game
then-
for
yeah.
good.
Who claims seamstress?
But that's only assuming that we are on the evil team.
Wooby claims seamstress.
Yeah.
How many big bads are there again?
Two big
I
bads,
just
one
wrote-
minion.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And the minion is a widow, is what we're thinking, based off of
Mhm.
Bren getting a widow ping.
If GPS's information is correct, and I'm sorry, I have to start from me or else my brain won't calculate. So if GPS's information is correct and his investigator says either myself or Yuha are specifically a big bad or
No,
just-
specifically poisoner,
Specifically,
Oh,
poisoner.
specifically
the main-
which we know poisoner is not in play because
well,
you got
but
widow
that
ping.
could also be just recluse stuff.
Well, can't we have
If
two
that's-
minions?
that's
Or-
true. So there's a possibility.
No,
that
it
was
it's
exactly one
outside
minion.
that minion.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's one minion. Yeah,
Really?
I know. Well, I know that. I think that it's true. But again, if it's a recluse thing, then it could just be a poisoner, and it's the recluse, and so
Yeah,
screw me.
Poisoner. Why do we know
can
there's
show
not a
up
poisoner?
as a character.
I know that I'm the investigator. I know
Oh, because of the
someone. One
widow.
of two people
Right.
is a particular minion.
If he's telling the truth.
If I'm telling the truth.
Right.
But so the
But
thing
I
is,
know-
if Yuha is
But
actually,
also,
that's
I-
why I wanted to know if Yuha is actually a recluse. Because if
Yeah. I
think
Yuha
that's a
is
good
the
question.
recluse,
But then Yuha could also.
Guys.
So here's the thing: is if Yuha is the recluse, then he also pings off of the fortune teller. He could be the red, like reading on the fortune teller ping there.
but
And
that's
a
what I'm
good
saying.
player
That
can
would help
also
with
ping the
GPS.
fortune
You
teller.
wanted to know if GPS was poisoned or lying. That would help
1 minute
with
till nominations.
figuring that out.
Okay, I would say
Clear it.
We already
Bren,
know.
ask. I would say ask Peter if Yuha is the recluse. I think that's a really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
we already
think
know
that's
that there's only one minion, and we know that there's a widow in play.
Right.
Yeah, well, we need
But
to
if he's
find
but
out
if he's not the recluse,
We need
then
to know.
that
he could
answer-
be a big bad, or he could be like a deliberately, or he or Fate could be a red herring. But that also clears up.
Hold-
I
but
suppose
why
the other
would-
world is that I'm a minion trying to throw shade on one of those two, or I'm trying to clear one of them as a minion.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is this could be, if Yuha is not the
Well, he's
recluse, then
poisoned.
GPS is evil.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
or poison
Well, or
No,
poison.
he. Oh, like, yeah.
from the widow.
Right.
Do we think
If he's
that
poisoned from the
Bren?
widow, telling
Time
us
out.
that
Are
we're
we
It
looking
could
at
also be
Bren at
drunk.
all because she keeps saying widow? What if widow is not the story? Why are we trusting
Yeah.
Bren?
That's
Yeah.
fair. It's just
Ask
the
the
I-
question, Bren.
Nominations
Well,
are
I'm
Bren's
saying
open
already
now.
It's kind of.
Oh, Bren, you gotta ask a question.
Yeah,
I
You have
do.
to ask it.
I do.
You've got a few
but I don't know
options.
if I want
Take
to
your
ask
pick.
if
I'm
he's
not
the
sure if we
recluse or if
trust Bren
GPS
anymore.
is.
Just
Poisoned,
We're running out of
um,
time. You have to.
You gotta pick. Just pick one, and I think I trust your gut. I feel like.
Do your best, Bren. We believe in you.
Brad,
Okay,
just ask yourself, how much do you trust me?
not much at all.
Yeah, that's the thing is I
Love
don't
you,
trust
but
you,
I don't
huh?
worth a dang.
I also don't
okay.
trust GPS.
Okay.
I
Um,
don't trust.
Right, I'm trying to think of a question that narrows him, that clears him. But if I ask just if he's poisoned, I feel like that doesn't help per se.
You could ask if GPS is the investigator. Because then if Peter gives you a no, then we know he's been lying and he's evil, and that would not, and that would.
But it doesn't answer if he's poisoned or
I'm-
not, giving us bad info.
I'm gonna throw this out there that I feel like I've done this, or at least I wanted to do this. Been a widow, poisoned myself, then said there's a widow, or at least I knew there wasn't a widow. But that was it. I knew that there wasn't a widow because I was the only minion. So I went forward and said there's a widow in play, and I tried to clear myself that way.
That is fourth
And
level
I'm
chess.
kind of
I cannot
thinking-
play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no
I've
offense,
watched
but I don't
so
think
much
Bren.
Clocktower though.
That is
You're
fourth
really
level
gonna
chess.
be confused, but
No,
also
ma'am.
I see you in chat being like, they should have
I
done
would.
this.
Okay,
they should have done that."
Bren.
All right.
Bren, here's a question. Ask if
I'm ready.
GPS is good.
It's
Because
GPS
if he's
is
good, then he's an investigator and he might be poisoned, and that's why he got poisoner. Or Yuha could be the recluse. And if he's not good, if we get a no, then we know he's at least one of the
Okay.
evils.
Or
Good.
that
doesn't
she's
help
Either
evil.
GPS
GPS is good, or should I ask if you has the recluse?
I mean,
Which one?
even if he was evil,
No,
couldn't that
the
still make
question
Bren
needs to
evil?
help us find the
How do
big
you
Bren still
know
could
her
be evil, but if GPS is evil, then
Had no other
if Bren's
artist
evil, that
claim.
yeah,
I
we've
mean,
had no other artist claim.
There's no other
You would still
information.
get.
The last bit of information that I think we can get. So that's
Yeah.
why I want to make it count.
Yeah.
This is I think the last bit we get. So
Right.
So what are you asking?
oh,
It
Trust your
can't
gut.
be-
All
It can't
on
be who's
you,
evil. It
Bren.
has to be who's the big bad. Like, it has to help us find the big
That's
bad.
true. Ask if GPS is big bad.
I don't think
Uh,
GPS is the
or-
big bad.
Ask if he's
Okay.
poisoned.
What
maybe?
about Yuha or Fate? Can we ask if one of them is the big bad?
With Clockmaker 1,
Also, why are we
Ask if
trusting
Jens is
Bren?
big bad.
Wait, don't we have other information we can be?
So
all the
we
questions
know-
on the
Like we
table.
have a whole
Loaded
town's worth
question.
of info.
Okay, I'm happy to. Okay, it's so I would like to claim artist, use my ability.
You
Oh,
gotta
have
ask
to
Peter
go
in a private
privately
chat.
talk to
Do
Peter.
I?
Can you ask if
Yeah.
Scruffy Kevin is poisoned or evil?
Oh, okay.
Because
answer my
I
private
need to
chat.
go back to that my information.
Oh, that's
the
also
one
fair.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. This is exciting.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. It's either I'm gonna ask if GPS is poisoned or if Yuha's the recluse, and I don't know which one to ask. How much time do we have left?
3 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to ask. They're gonna yell at me. I'm gonna ask. Was GPS poisoned?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't think Bren is that high level of a player. No offense to Bren, but I just
You
don't
know
think
how
she's.
often she's in
What did I look back into?
2.5
Love her,
minutes
but
remain.
not much. Not much.
It's gonna
Okay,
be great.
I asked him if GPS was poisoned,
Okay.
and he said no. GPS is
Okay.
not poisoned.
Okay.
So
So,
then-
that tells me that Yuha is the recluse,
Or
So
that
I'll go
you're
with that.
not the investigator.
or that I'm not the
Yeah.
investigator, but
It's
I
like
know that
if
I'm
you
the
trust
investigator.
Bren or if you trust GPS.
So I'm just gonna throw this out
Well, that's
there.
the thing.
I don't
is
necessarily
I also
think there's
trust
anything
Bren
to
because
it.
I think that all of that
Wait,
information
what's,
still
what's
works.
Jordan trying to say?
Jayhen?
I'm not saying that there's necessarily anything to this, but Abandon has been controlling the conversation the entire.
That's also fair.
And
You
I got
can-
a
you
ping
can
that
choose not to trust me.
Abandon.
Clockmaker
Brandon,
ping.
who are you?
I am the
got
clockmaker, I got a 1.
Clockmaker And Imp for Abandon as Dreamer. Imp or Clockmaker.
I also did tell Bren that I was the clockmaker during the night.
Fascinating.
But you can say that
fascinating,
during the
but
night
you-
anyway.
You as the
Well, but
clockmaker-
why would I have registered as clockmaker to a dreamer and also happened to bluff that over the night
Oh,
before?
I get what you're saying.
I
So
say
you're-
it's
I mean-
Yenza.
I mean,
I say
I've done
it's
that
him.
before. I
Hold on,
fully
hold on.
recognize.
You have done that with me before, but that's not. I'm not saying that to say that you're evil because I think that you're
So-
good.
Abandon can be pre-planning this, where he said, "Oh, GPS."
No,
is
no.
evil.
I think
I'm
Abandon's good.
clockmaker 1,
1
so it
minute
has
left.
to be Fate or Yenza.
Oh,
Who do you
So
guys
it's
GPS
Wait,
nominates-
GPS, Yenza,
GPS
Yuha,
nominate two?
or it's Bren, Abandon,
Ruby.
and Scruffy.
I think
GPS
it's
nominates
Bren or-
Ruby. Tell us about it.
I think that Scruffy Kevin is one of the minions. I think that Ruby's one of the big bads. I trust Bree, so I know that much is true. She's on the good team. But I think that Ruby might be one of the evils. I'm honestly
be-
not sure.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like my investigator information has been predicated off of a recluse, and I feel like Jayhen's yes has also. I feel like that is a huge tell to tell us that Yuha's the recluse.
I agree.
So that's why, like, for me, I'm looking at the bottom half of the circle because now I know that Jens is on my team. And that's why I think it's either Wooby or Kevin. And just based on Kevin trying to clear Wooby, I think that it's Wooby.
Wait, why do you know?
Yeah, I was
If
gonna
you
say, how do
think
know?
that
So-
Wooby
Hold
Oh,
on,
no,
first-
that's a good point. You're right. So I don't know that Jens is on my team.
You just.
But
Oh.
I do think that Wooby is still our best shot.
Wooby, your
So
response.
we've got information against Scruffy Kevin. We got information against Yuha. We also have people seeing Abandon as evil. I'm Seamstress, and I didn't ping on anybody's thing. I didn't ping on you, did I, GPS? And we have a Clockmaker 1, so if Scruffy Kevin was my nearest minion, right? Is that how many steps away? I mean, I see Seamstress, I saw you and Yenza on the same team. So that's the world I'm living in.
All right. The day is ending, so I'm running votes immediately. You will have a chance to continue to nominate, and nominators get 1 sentence of an accusation. Nominees get 1 sentence of a defense, and then we run votes immediately because the day is ending.
I just don't think this is Wooby.
I don't think this is a good execution.
If
I
you
think
guys
Jens
wanna
is the
really
better
fun
execution.
fact, I'm
We need
actually
to
the
use this
poisoner.
time
I
to figure
poisoned
out.
Abandon.
We're not.
Oh, are you now GPS? Okay, then. Now I really want to go for Yenza.
What did you say?
GPS just said he's the poisoner and he poisoned
This is
me.
not enough.
Abandon nominates Yenza.
Abandon nominates Yenza. 1 sentence of accusation.
Wait, maybe it's Ren.
No, so Clockmaker 1. I don't think GPS is poisoner. I think it's Yuha as the minion, and he's using this to deflect from the possibility that his neighbor Yenza is evil.
Yenza,
Abandon,
your
I told you I
response.
trusted you for a reason.
Or GPS could be the big bad and he's
Hey,
trying to
town,
Yenza.
we already
Yeah,
used our
that's-
discussion time.
Oh, sorry.
Yenza,
No,
1
that's
sentence
okay,
of
'cause
response.
I have absolutely no response. I don't understand. I'm floored. So.
That was a run-on sentence.
All right. 5 votes.
Also Bree Seamstress. Seamstress confirms GPS and Yenza.
Why not?
As on the same team.
Do we?
Oh,
I don't know that I think
GPS,
it's
boo, I was
Yenza.
about to be all like, don't forget the Nightwatchman information. GPS was confirmed.
6 is enough. Any other
Threw that out
nominations?
the window.
Other
Bree
nom-
nominates GPS.
Bree nominates GPS. Tell us about it. 1 sentence.
I think that he's claiming poisoner to make us think that he's the minion and not the big bad and vote for Yenza.
GPS, 1 sentence. Your response.
Let's kill a minion.
Town don't tie.
Do you want this? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I think
Doesn't
yes.
matter.
Up
6
to
votes
you.
will tie. 7
Hell
will
yeah.
put on
I
the ballot.
support this, but don't tie it.
I'll put my
Do not-
hand
Yeah,
up
one
and
more,
give
yeah,
you
one more.
6 votes.
I don't trust the
Dropping
Yenza
it,
putting
dropping
her
it.
hand.
I have issue with
I'm dropping.
Jayhen, I don't trust Yenza putting her hand back up. Yeah, now we've tied it.
6 is
That's why you
tied.
should put your hand down, Jayhen.
Nobody's on the
Maybe
block.
Jay
Any
has
other
to be the
nominations?
Oh
That's
my
frustrating.
gosh. Give me a break.
GPS.
Vote for GPS. Wooby nominates GPS.
No,
GPS is already
GPS is
been
already
nominated.
nominated.
We can't. Yeah, I think those are the 2 big bads, and I think we just.
You guys should do
Yeah, we
it.
could nominate.
Yeah.
Who nominates Yuha?
Yenza, Yenza nominates Yuha. Tell us about it. 1 sentence.
Because he's evil. GPS
He's evil.
found it out, you guys. We can only get 1 out.
Okay.
This is the
Yuha,
part.
your
He's evil
response.
too, that's the thing.
Today.
So evil.
I'm a recluse.
Yuha is evil.
What?
He's the poisoner
Abandon-
recluse.
Abandon
The
gas.
poisoner recluse.
People anymore.
Criminal. How specific Abandon figured that out.
Why are we all throwing hands here? What's happening now?
Because I want the day to be over.
Yeah.
Also,
Wait.
I'm really
Yeah, so
sorry.
what are you saying?
I can
Alright,
explain
so
my
that's
thought
enough.
process, Yenza.
Any other
I mean, I can
nominations?
explain it too.
Closing
You
in
guys are
5.
the most
I mean,
obvious
Abandon,
people.
I think that the grimoire will also explain your thoughts.
Also fair.
I'm sitting here
You-
so
you've nailed the
disappointed on
grimoire.
your guys' right now.
All right,
So
Yuha
bad.
is executed and dies.
I'm
And
sorry.
Congratulations to the evil team.
Sad.
I'm sorry.
We had Yuha, who was your widow, who poisoned
Yeah.
Abandon, gave him a Clockmaker 1.
Yeah.
Bren was the artist who knew a widow was in play. Bree was the night watchman who pinged over to GPS. The other imp was
Dang it, Bree was
Yenza.
right.
Jahan was the fortune teller who picked thy fate, and Yuha, before he chose, I had picked Yuha as the red herring. So I didn't cheat, I promise. Fate was the dreamer who picked Abandon and saw him as the clockmaker or the imp. Kevin was the empath who got a 0, and Ruby saw that Yenza and GPS were on the same team.
I told Peter, I was like, they're gonna be so mad at me.
You two were so bad at not being suspicious. I'm
Oh, no, I'm fully aware.
And I was just like, what is wrong with you two right now?
I was so
You
not
messaged-
suspicious.
You messaged the whole night. The whole night.
You should not have claimed investigator, because as soon as we knew there was a widow in play, I was like, oh, GPS isn't the investigator.
Well, I didn't know that there was a widow in